Hi guys, good evening. I'm just sharing my link. Give me a moment. I'll be with you. I've shared the link, so I'll be just going back to Zoom and share my screen. All right, I'm here. Let me set up the chat so I can read. Hi, Vasudha. I'm good. Hi, Ram. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Emmett. Hi, Aaron. Good evening. We still have 4 minutes, so I'm waiting for people to join in. I've shared the screen. Can you all? It's not coming up. Yeah, it's there now. There is a lag of about a minute or two. Hi, Baba. Hi, Rajat. Hi, MTN. I'm still red, but it's okay. We can cover that tomorrow, but not that big red. Hi, Srini. Hi, Deepak. Hi, Rod. Alaska. Wow, I love Alaska. I watched almost every series on Discovery with respect to Alaska. Hi, Amit. Hi, Special. Hi, Raghu. Hi, Sandeep. Hi, Vivek. Good evening, guys. Today was a tough start. One small company, Snapchat, took out almost 10 times of the market valuation of other companies than its own. Like Facebook lost around 10%, Google lost around almost $200 at one time, Amazon lost more than 100, but then recovered. All the other companies, like, I don't know. I've not seen such a small company being a bellwether, sharing the industry wide impact. But it was hard to digest. But I had positions in Amazon and I got screwed. But somehow I managed to recover. Not all of it, some of it. Some of it is still there. Hi, Gagan. Hi, S. Patel. I'm good. Hi, Moba. Hello. Hi, Nilesh. Hi, Pradeep. Price action is being very difficult. Facebook has been nasty for me, Jeremy. Every time I bought Facebook, I am under the. It's every time I bought Facebook is the biggest loser for me in this entire year. Yep, Snap like totally made it like that. It had much wider impact than Amazon, Apple, Google, Roku. I really don't know what to say on this. But this is very clear. Market is waiting for one negative news, and then just they're gonna burn everything to the bottom. Bobcat Snap saved you. That's good. Uh, Enjoy. Hi, hi Nathan. Good evening. Hi Harish. Good evening. All right, guys. So let's get started. So you can see my screen, right? So let's start from the scan today, because I believe we had many open, low, high conditions today. Yeah, there are many. QCOM open 130, high 130. LMT open and lower same. Shopify 356, 350. This would have given you a good reward. Made a low of 319. Neo at 14. Expedia 121.94, 120.94. Again, guys, this is a very simple scanner which everybody should use. Hi, guys. I'm now focused on the analysis for today, so I'm not looking into the chat, but I will respond once I'm done. This is a very simple scanner. Uh, Again, like there will be losses in the market, there will be gains. But when you learn things, you will be able to overcome the losses. So do not think that it is simply a machine where you come in, you put money, and you're going to make money. No, you will lose one day, but when you are making, make sure you make more than what you lose, or make sure you lose only a limited amount. Because if you have capital, you can come back next time, next day, next month, next week. It doesn't matter. You can always recover. And I've showed it 100 times that yes, you can recover. It's just a matter of focus. All right. So the very first thing which I want to push, that people should start using this open low high. This is the very basic scanner which everybody should have. They should run it around like 9:30 to 9:45, anytime in between. And if you see open equal to high, just go short. If you see open equal to low, just go long. And the price will be your stop loss. Open high, go short. Open low, go long. So today it had multiple uh, tickers from my watch list which are falling into this. So that's good. Let me run on the inside days. Microsoft, Home Depot, Bank of America. So Microsoft is inside day. Home Depot should be back now. I should have Home Depot now. Home Depot. Then Bank of America. Even ABGO was showing some signs of strength. But again, tomorrow is Nvidia's number. Fola, there is no name for it. You just need to define it. You will find many videos. Like, let me just show 1 second. In case of open low scanner, again, I'm spending 1 minute on it. If you want to see how to do it, just come create a custom filter. In the custom filter, click custom and add condition here. In the add condition, choose price, choose open is equal to, choose price, choose low within 1 day. Save. That's your condition. Same thing. Open is equal to high. You need to add. Make sure you are choosing any of it, not all of it. And that's it. That's your scanner. It's one simple tiny scanner, but it's very good. Uh, Today in the like in the morning, I posted if we break 3960, we are up for a move. I think we will be there. So let's start from ES. You see, ES is making dodges here. That's gravestone doji. That's like tombstone doji once again, right there. And it shows that yes, market is in a state of confusion. You see right here, we had dodgy, 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 and then we gave back. Again, we are still not out of the negative trend. It is just that market is giving opportunity for a bounce so that it can test the trend line and come back. So this way it will make a lower low and then continue to fall. If you see, let me just draw one more time and the lines which I draw. First time we were getting rejected, we were getting rejected. Right. We started facing resistance here. Okay, that was the first time, but we made low. We made a new high, 4,800, and then we started to make lows. This was the first low. If I put 1, this is 1. Then we face the resistance at 4581 area, this area. This is 2. We made 2. Then we had resistance at 4260 area. We made low here. So this is 3. This is 3. Now we made resistance at here. This is the 4th, which is 4100. And this is 4th. Now, most likely we will face somewhere here. We will make 5th. And we will make a lower low, 5th. So probably around 3700. Okay, so market is still not out of shackles. It is still struggling, but it will try one more time to go and test it. If it breaks above this green line, which is a 12 EMA, 3987, probably like 3990 roughly. If we are able to break out of it, we have resistance at 410. We have resistance of this regression channel, and then we have resistance of 4100. 4100, if we make right here, that's the best I think we can do. If we can do that and break above of it, this will break this long-term lower highs, lower lows phenomena. So as of now, I don't see that's happening because we are well away. We are 39.59. Again, we are holding this regression channel green line as a support. We are sticking to it. And it has tested 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time, 6 time, 7 time. If we come across this area like 3900, 3920, we are going to face serious struggle because these all levels have been reasonably tested. And you see there's a good amount of consolidation here. So if you are looking for a bear flag, right? Because people wants to understand the bear flag opportunity as well. So here we are kind of making that. If we somehow manage somewhere here 4100 or 4000 area, it's going to be a very good bear flag. All right, so keep an eye on that. If we break out of it, that's a separate story. But as of now, we are just building a bear flag. We are not done. Again, as I said, we are not done with the lows. We have more opportunities. We have more gaps to fill on the downside. And from a fundamental point of view, nothing is getting changed. There's no new money which is coming in which can make it higher. The supports which are coming for me, this is an area where we have some clustering. Clustering meaning a candle in a range. You can call that clustering, consolidation, whatever. This is an area where we have a good test 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You see, this is the area. You have 3710. That's the target I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had good consolidation here and it was back tested. So again, we might come down and back test it. So a close around 3710 is something I'm eyeing. If we lose 3920 this time, we are looking for 3710 for sure. All right. So on the higher side, 3987, which is the 12 EMA, is 3987, 3990 is the area where we should target. 3940. Now, where could be our stop loss for now? You see the highs here, and the gravestone doji made a high above it. So this area 3940. This was a test. This is a low. This is a high. This is a high. This is a high, this is a test, and we are low. So 39.40 is an extremely good area for a stop loss. We should not be losing it. If we lose 39.40, the support is very, very minimal. We might have a clean sweep on the downside. So ES is positive, and where should we buy? We should buy above 39.60. Even today, you see 39.60 area is a little trouble. It's not able to cross. It's consolidation here. If you break it down into 30 minutes, right? This is the area where it is finding some struggle. What it did was it went up, came down, tested the 12 EMA, and then started to move again. It might come down in the morning and do the repeat the same thing. Plus, we have FMC meetings tomorrow, so it's gonna be a little choppy, clunky throughout the day. Also, one more thing which I don't usually use half an hour for my daily views, but if you see, it's kind of making inverted head and shoulders. Okay, so this is again half an hour, 30-minute candle. 30-minute candle does show inverted head and shoulders, which is a positive sign. Again, market might continue to do and chop a little in this area before breaking out. But we need to be very careful. This market is a downturn market. If we are thinking to go long, we should mind our positions. Anytime we are entering a position, we should have our stop loss clearly defined in front of us. This is not a market where you can leave your trade and go for a meeting or come back in some time. No, this is the market where you need to place your stop losses, especially if you're trading futures. Otherwise, you'll be gone. If market drops 100 points in 20 minutes, it can happen and it is happening. So make sure you have your stop losses. All right. So coming back to the day, also in the day, it's like if I start, let me start from here because this is 4100 where we have the two rejections. If I do like this, it's setting up for a W as well, which also points towards 4100. So I have all the reasons that if it holds this area, 3940, 3950 area, it should test 4100. That could be a 1-day relief rally, that could be 2-day relief rally, I don't know. But if it comes in that area, I will love to make shots. Now my first target is 3988. $4,009. If 4009 is rejected, meaning if it gets rejected here, you can also make a shot at this point. If 4009 is broken, you will have single move towards 4105. There is no intermediate resistance. So 4130, 4105. I'm giving it 60% because still this market is very volatile, very chop. You may have some moves, but it's not a clean market. So respect stop loss. And if you are trading, make sure you keep on booking your gains. Do not leave anything on the trade. Now, in the terms of short, sell below 39.25, stop loss is 39.40, target is 38.80, 38.55, 38.50, 05. That was 3020. So 3925, because now that we have moved a lot, 3925 is an important area. If 3925 is gone, just aggressively you can short. And I mean aggressively that if you do not want to go individual stock, go for triple Q or SPY. In this market, they are well managed. Like you may not be able to track individual stock as quickly as you can track an index. So it's better if you want to stick to ES, SPY, triple Q, whatever index ETF you can, just stick to them. They are in much better opportunities. Triple Q. Triple Q is still holding this regression line. And again, it tested 285 area once again. That's an important stop loss area. It did put a hammer here. It's not a clean hammer, but it's a hammer. It's making a W on daily. 30 minutes. Inverted head and shoulders. So in this case, it's making a hammer. And potential is if we break above this 290 area, 290, 291, we might hit 295, 297 and test the 12 EMA, because right now we are away from the 12 EMA. This is the 12 EMA. If we break 12 EMA, then that's a separate story. But right now, 12 EMA is an important area. Stop loss is 285. So positive stop loss is 285. I am not going with the futures move right now. I'm looking at this area where it has found the support and the base. So 289.80. 50, 295 and 297. If we break 297, we have opportunity towards 302. And this is the 8th week. Last 7 weeks on the weekly candles have been red. So if we have to change tomorrow after Fed minutes, we will have opportunity to change. Also, Monday is a day off. So during that period, all the shorts, they want to book their position and come out of all the short positions, because anything can happen over the long weekend, right? With such geopolitical issues going on. So possibility of 297, 302 is on the plates. On the short side, you can short below 285. Target will be 281 and 276. And the gap is still open for 276. People who don't know the gap, I'll show you the gap. The gaps here. 275. This is the gap. No. So this is the gap. So if I put it here, that gap needs to be filled, because not at all we have come and filled that gap, not even once. So if we break down 285, we will find, and that will be somewhere around the green line. All right, so that's about triple Q. Apple yesterday was super strong, and today, again, with this market, you don't know what's happening with stocks. Apple is trying to bounce off of this 187, 137. You see, it's consolidating here. If it lose 137, it can really go down, and it can go down, and there are gaps at 100, and do not underestimate that. If it loses this area, this was a piece where it had good consolidation. This was a good bull flag right here, which broke out and we made 182. Now we are on the downside and we are making a M. If we lose this, we will come at least this height and fill the gap. This gap at 100. 137 is really crucial for Apple. And again, this market is not leaving any stock aside. So 137.50 is your stop loss. Now for tomorrow, because market is trying to push higher, we might see a move towards 145 test of 12 EMA. That's about it. It's neutral. Stop loss is 139.60. I'm choosing 139 because that's the low here. 139.90. Buy above today's high, which is 141, 42. Buy in the range 141, 142. Target is 145.65. That's it. Again, I've clearly mentioned rejection of 137.50. Go short with confidence. This statement is still true. And yes, if 137 is gone, or in this case now 139.90 is gone, go for short. But you will have confirmation once we break down below 137.50. A firm could not break out and finally gave. This was doing an inside day, and the moment it lost, it's almost there to fill the gap. That's what we discussed, that if it doesn't move higher, if it loses, it's going to come and fill this gap. Now, this gap is at 1937. There's a trade. If you want to add at 1937, it's good. But this is like, if you're an investor, this is a company where you need to give few years for your investment to make money. Otherwise, I'm trading it. It's not an investment scale company. The idea of buy now, pay tomorrow in this difficult economic situation will be really hard. So I'm not sure how this company will survive, or any of these companies like, I think there's one more company which does that. Sophie does that. They issue loans. UPST does that. And Square also offers buy now, pay later. So all these companies will have to be very clean in their operation so that they do not end up filing for bankruptcy. So again, if you're an investor, you should research much cleanly now, keeping macroeconomic conditions upfront. So as a trade, I'm not interested in it anymore because it lost 12 EMA. So for this, I'm introducing Bank of America. Bank of America has come after a long time into my list, but Bank of America tested 23 Fibonacci, has an inside day, holding the 12 EMA. So it's giving us good opportunities. If it moves above 35.84, so Bank of America is positive, moves above 35. 85. It can see 37 and 37.80. 37, 37.80. It's inside day reclaimed 12 EMA. Plus banks are showing some strength. Stop loss will be 35.40. I wanted to move out of some of the companies, so I introduced Bank of America. AMD, like it's struggling, and again it's bouncing off this line. Now my only concern is that it's creating a bear flag. It's creating a bear flag, and if it fails, it's gonna be really, really bad. Tomorrow with Nvidia, I'm not expecting good numbers. Again, I could be wrong, but that's my thought process. I'm not expecting good numbers. There are gaps here in right here, 60s, and right here 70s on AMD, which needs to be filled. So AMD right now on my trend is showing me a bear flag. Let me check on the Heikinishi as well. Heikinishi is also showing me it's negative in trend, and every time it is in negative trend, at least it has tested this line 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Right now it has not done that yet. It is 4 candles into negative. So either it breaks above 93, I can go for 96. If it faced resistance at 93, and if it loses 89, or today's low 89.60, I think it's a good shot. So, and you can clearly see it's making a bear flag. Like it's not a clean flag, but it's when you're consolidating, you end up like doing this and then you fall. You can call it a bear wedge. So after a long time, I am neutralizing on AMD. I want to buy this only above. Let me go back to the normal candles so I can see the values. 93.75. So that's like $3 above from where it has closed. I only want to buy it above that area. If it happens, because if it moves, it will move from there. Stop loss is 91.60. Target is 96.99. Yeah. Get weaker. Now sell below 89, or I will say 90 for massive downside. I will explain again one more time. You see, it's holding this area, but if you keep on hitting, like imagine you're standing in the front of the dam. If you hit dam with one bulldozer one time, it may not impact. But if you keep on hitting that dam with bulldozers, there will be a one point when the dam will be at the breaking point. Now it has tested this regression channel so many times, it is now weak. If it loses this, it's going to go down. Then we have Amazon, my disaster story. So today, people ask me why I went long in Amazon. I went long in Amazon because it took the support of 2048. It took the support and then it bounced. It has made a gravestone doji right at the bottom, and this could be a potential morning star if it opens above 2080. If it opens above 2080, it's a potential morning star. If it loses this area, I think it's done. Then it will go back into the 1500s. See, when I was telling around 2900 that yes, it could fall to 2600, 2300, people were not accepting it because this was a big M. The same thing which is setting up in Apple. Now, if it loses this area, it has next support at 1600. There is no support in between because this, I remember this trade, this opened and ran almost like 10% from here, 2040 to 2180. It simply ran, and there's a small gap here. So this area, if it loses 2000, it's gone. The next support is somewhere around 1800s, this area. So I'll be very, very clear on Amazon. Amazon has split, but this is an area like you cannot have a morning star cleaner than this. So let's see if we can have that tomorrow or not. If not, I'll be out. So Amazon, I'm just keeping it positive by about 2085. Swap loss 2048. 2140. If it does that, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, then I really don't know. 2220, 2250. %, 60%, and this is potential morning star on daily. Airbnb, it's like falling again. Today, I don't know what happened to the cruise stocks or something. They are just falling, falling, and falling. So in this case, I want to eliminate Airbnb and I'm introducing Home Depot. Home Depot is holding this 280 area for multiple times. Now 280 to 85 area. So tomorrow, if it moves like it's making an inside day, Home Depot. And inside day can give you a really good move. If we go above 290.34, buy above 290.50. Stop loss will be today's 288. We could see 295 and 300. And it's an inside day, so I'm just making it positive. But I'm expecting it to break out. Let me have a look at futures. Yep, 3960 is a tough area for it to crack. So let's see. Then we have Baba. Baba, I don't know what to do with Baba. It has earnings. And the way it is behaving, I don't know what to do with it. But it's coming to a point where it should squeeze, because if we take this into consideration, this as a base, right, it's coming like this. Either it will break out big or it's going down. It should not lose this area. So it's extreme consolidation. It's a symmetrical triangle consolidation. So I will keep a very tight stop loss here. Let me just choose the price. 81 is my stop loss. Baba. 81. Buy near 81, I would say. 81. Buy over 83. 87. And 92. It's extremely good consolidation. So if it breaks down, it breaks down. But if it breaks out, you will easily see. Let me check if we have any options for Baba. Let me just check out. Baba, Baba, Baba. So Baba, we have I want to see the same expiry and same strikes. So 100. 63 is on 100. 250, 300, 250, 300. That's about 500, 1000 calls which have been added here or written. That will be, I'll check tomorrow. And if I take 75 puts, like they are there, but somebody bought and then closed. $71 puts, 206 open. So it's not a clean. Net, it's a negative flow. So people are expecting it to go down to like 70s and 60s and in fact 45s. There's a big trade of 85 calls being reflected as sold. So if it loses 81, it could be really, really bad. I'm going to mention it right there. Below 81, massive downside. Caterpillar is one stock which is doing all right, along with John Deere. It bounced right from 199 area, which it has done. It's coming in 2.5 area. 2.5 to 2.11, 2.12 is somewhere it consolidates. Every time it comes here, I'm still keeping it neutral, but buy about 205, 205.50. Stop loss, I'll keep 203. Target is 2863. to 11. Caterpillar is doing its good job. Costco before the earnings, as I said, it shows a very good price action. It's trying to come towards 460 area. Now 430 is extremely good stop loss. Now it's green. Buy 440, 435, 440 area. Target is 462, 416, 463. And 4. If it does 463, it will test 480. This can do really good in terms of ER. Facebook failed and failed big with respect to with respect to Snap's pathetic forecast. But it is what it is. It was not able to break above 12 EMA, now failed, and now holding this area. So 180 is a mediocre support. If 180 is held, we might see some bounce. Otherwise, we are looking towards 170. 170 is a good support area for Facebook. Sell below 180. Now you can buy around 180 to 50. $186, $190. Roadblocks, it failed. Like again, 31, it broke. Same thing with the firm. It went down. It's coming down. So there's no space for roadblocks now. We can choose this company later on. Goog made a hammer today. See, Google after its earning was holding on to 2270. This area, it had bad earnings, and even then it was holding this area 22. Now it made a low of 2040 today. I am still surprised why and how, but what it did is it filled the gap. It filled that gap which it had. Now there are a few more gaps which are there at 1900s and at say 1800s. But people who think the gaps are not filled, gaps are always filled. It may take a year, 2 years, 3 years, but yes, gaps will always be filled. Now, just taking into account this gap fill, some positive. I will try a trade. Again, I'll be very about 21.25. Keeping it neutral, about 21.25. Because we are expecting market to bounce. Stop loss is very clean, 2100. If it loses 2100, sell for 1956. Below 2100, sell for 1956. See, people may not like it, but it's kind of work which you need to do every day so that once market is there, you are ready. Where it can go to, it's inside day and breakdown. It can go to 218, 2184. And 2252. I'm mentioning right here because I cannot put all the levels. These are neutral to negative. Alpesh, if you really don't know, SPY is made of all those stocks. So if SPY is moving, SPY cannot move on its own. SPY is built on these stocks. If these stocks will move, SPY will automatically move. Microsoft. Microsoft is the only one which is looking better. And it's respecting, like again today it came to 254 area, bounced, and it's now next to the 12 EMA. So if it crosses 262 this time, even we did some trade on Microsoft today, 262, stop loss is 258.50. We shall see 265, 265.60 and 269.70. It's an inside day as well, so break above this will be really, really good. Snow has earnings tomorrow. Like even when it's similar to like all those companies, it has already made a new low, 125. But if it comes around 130, 135, sell it. We might see some serious. Let me also check if we have any snow earnings based setup. Puts are there for 165. So most likely it's going to go down. But we need to see tomorrow how the market pans out, how the stock is setting up, whether it's going up or down based on all those things. But I am of the belief that yes, these companies are not performing. So they may do some up move before the year or before the market shows any kind of negativity. They give you a spike, that would be the best time to sell it. But again, ERs are pretty risky and my record in ERs is not really good. I always say that this is a trade where you have 527, 150 calls, 508, 196. So 500 and this becomes 704 and 159, 863. 863 calls are added in span of few seconds. So this is there. I don't know whether it's a hedge or not. And 100 puts are also bought. So we'll keep an eye. But as of now, snow is no trade zone. If it bounces towards 145, I will be shorting it. Sell on rise. Or you can trade it if you want. You can trade towards 145. Right now it's 130.29. So you can sell on rise at 145. Here we can make it neutral. Buy above 131 plus 125. Target towards 138 and 145. So you have both the ways, like if you want to buy here or sell when it comes to 145. It's a choice. Nvidia, same thing. I'm not expecting really good numbers from Nvidia. It's holding below this line and not able to breach the 12 EMA. I want it to come close to 168 so that I can sell it. And I'm looking for like 117, 140 Like 146 is something which I'm eyeing, which is a gap right here. Because all these companies, when they were going up crazy. See, this is the gap. 146 to 148. That's the gap. And then there's a gap at 141. All these gaps should be filled. So it has already rejected from this like perfect evening star. You can see the power of evening star from here 285. It has only gone down. Consolidation gone down, consolidation gone down, consolidation gone down, and it has just started. So if it fails here, it should go down. So I want to sell on rise. I am negative. Again, you may try to buy it for 168 move or 170, 173 move. You might try that. So let me keep it neutral because buy near 163, stop loss 163, 161, target is 168, 173. In case you want to go, you can go around this area. Roku, I even mentioned a day before on Monday that yes, Roku open high was same 95, and this was the open high. And I said that if it loses, like every time it loses this, it goes down big. Same thing happened here. It loses the 12 EMA, it went down big. Now I really don't know how much low it can go because it's at the deepest level where it should be. So if I have to take a trade now, because it made the double bottom here 75 and 75. So if I have to take a neutral stance, I will take a neutral stance. Buy above 80 or this area, buy near 78. That will be better. $84 and $88. And see, nobody was expecting Roku to go to these numbers, but it did. So, and it will continue to go because these companies are really, really bad performers. Shopify, exactly same pattern. Like it's losing that, but it runs when the market is in positive momentum. So if it holds this low of 315, 310, 310, like all these are inside days and broke down, but they did not broke down because of their own mistakes. This sentiment is so bad that sometimes you are in an oversold territory, and oversold territory can give you some relief bounce. Square, again, it did the same thing. Failed 12 EMA, failed 75. Same thing. These companies have sold enough, so I don't want to include them here. Again, it did 75 target. Tesla, people's hot favorite Tesla, testing 629, close below 629, which is really not good. If it loses 629, it's gonna go down to 536. So what should we do? There are gaps in Tesla. So we'll keep very simple. I'm removing UPST as well. One trade is positive and one is short. Positive is 629 and above, go long. 629 and below, go short. And we have a couple of spaces, so we can pick up tickers 629, and the first will be 606. And even when market was bouncing, Tesla did not bounce much. And people who are thinking, oh, Tesla is the greatest company on earth, this and that, this is not a car company, this is the AI company, data company, this company, that company, they will soon realize what I was saying since last few months. 571. I'm 60% negative on it. Positive wise, 653 and 680. Alrighty, so I'm done. I'm sharing the Zoom link. If you have any tickers, we can go through, or if you have any suggestions, I can read your comments. Kumar, I've been saying this for last. Garibal, I will post this screenshot on the, what you call, Twitter. You can take the screenshot and use it. I'm not posting Excel sheet because there's nothing in an Excel sheet. It's just simply bland Excel sheet. There's no formula there. Ike, you want CRM? Okay. CRM was doing good last time. I hope you booked it because you had so many CRM lots. CRM, if loses 154, it's done deal. It's consolidating here. If it loses this area, it's a done game. So for now, I'm gonna add CRM here as neutral. It's like, it's not a clean pattern, but let's see in Heikinishi. Even Heikinishi is showing negative pattern. It made a lower high, which is negative. So go back to the normal candles. If we can take out 159 by above 159.25, stop loss 157, we should see 160, 161, 162.50. You can buy in the range 158 to 159. That is CRM. Sell for massive downside. Below 154. Yep. Adobe, okay. Intuit, it didn't work as such. Sandeep Patel, if you still are looking for Kathy Wood, Kasam say, I don't know what to do with you. Kathy Wood, if somebody is idiot, if somebody is insane, she's not playing with her own money. She's playing with your money. She is not responsible for that. They have clause clearly laid out that yes, you are investing in the terms of market risk. If you still think that she needs to be followed, I've been iterating same thing for last 24 months. People don't believe me. Now their 401ks are busted and they're crying. If you still wants to follow and keep on checking what she's buying, sorry, my friend, I can help you. Black box, yes, cost money. Chirag, every gap will be filled, no matter what. You don't know what will happen. What tomorrow, if there's a war between US and China, do you think SPY will come to 200 and hundreds? It will. Banks were strong, yes. Nvidia, we did. Again, Nvidia could be a market trend decider tomorrow. If Nvidia posts good numbers, extremely good numbers, shows and raises the guidance because expectation in Nvidia is really, really high. And every time expectations are high, it has busted. So let's see if it can achieve that or not. Ganesh, I did that when we were going through Amazon. We came to a bounce area 2048 and then we went long from there. All right. Anybody has any tickers they want me to cover? I only saw Adobe and MDB. Adobe is doing the same thing, like losing the 12 EMA. If it loses one more time, like tomorrow, it might open above. But if it loses 400 after open, just go for it. Go short. All these companies, like you see, they are not even near when they were before COVID. COVID, nothing has changed. It was just a free money which came into these companies. Now it is making double, it's making M, and M has just started. It's taking support of 400. If it loses 400, Adobe can go down really badly. MDB. MDB has posted good numbers all the time. But the same pattern, M is there. Gaps are there, 166. This is the area where it has some consolidation in the past. If it loses 216, 217, I think it will be difficult for MDB to hold. It's the same pattern like previously it had a morning star, so had a massive move. But this time, let's see what happens with MongoDB. Usually it posts good numbers, usually. And right before the earnings, you see, every time there is a dodgy. So if on Monday we see a dodgy, or on Friday we see a dodgy, or on the weekly close we see a dodgy, let's go for it. It's a dodgy, it's a dodgy, it's a dodgy. Right before the earnings. Again, guys, I don't know why you are keep on insisting on sharing my chart. There's nothing on the chart. Zovil, I did the cost. There's I have done, Mr. Patel, I have done videos on it. If you have time, go and watch it. I have explained Fibonacci very clearly how to use it. And in my charts, there's nothing. It's just Fibonacci, 12 EMA, 34 EMA. That's it. There's nothing else. Ignore these pink or blue lines. I hardly use them. They are there because they are there. And again, I don't know what is the mentality behind that copying my chart. Why you want to learn about where to place Fibonacci, how to use Fibonacci, how to use regression channels? Learn about, stop the mentality of copying it. Learn how to use it. It took me 6 years to constantly learn about these things to make it simple. So I've shared that information, use it. Stop looking for copy and easy solutions. Peter, can you share opinion on FMC, a pesticide company? FMC, no, I've never done this company and no idea. I can make a chart. See, Mr. Patel, I'm going to show you how I plus Fibonacci here because this is a chart where I have not done it. All right, so just keep a understanding here. First of all, I'm looking at the regression channel. I go for, this is the 5-year chart. I'm looking at the low in the latest time period. It's going right there. That's my regression channel. Then I'm looking at Fibonacci extension. Why I'm looking at Fibonacci extension? Because from my chart, it has fallen and it is now going up. So there are two ways. Either you can do a retracement to see how it went up or how it's going to go up, or you can see from a previous low to a high to a low that where it will find resistance. All right. So I'm going to show and post it right there. So Peter, it is finding resistances at 124. Yep, it's right there, 124, which is a 34 EMA as well. And if it crosses 124, you might see 131, 132. So again, it's a very simple thing. S&P is made of these companies. If S&P has to move, Amazon has to move. Tesla, Google have to move. It's not similar. It's like there are small pieces into ES. If Amazon will move, ES will move. ES is nothing but based on the components of these items. The same thing which I explained in the VIX. VIX is nothing. VIX is based on the option prices. Option prices are based on the derivatives. So you need to understand this, that all these items, they are not on their own. They are derivatives. They are based on the components. All right. So if you want to simplify it, you can add Amazon plus Google plus Tesla plus Apple. There's a way to do it. Amazon. You can add all of them and then you can put ES in front of you. It will behave in the same manner, because if 50% of the components are moving in one direction, then ES will move in that direction. That's why I keep on showing all this. If you have this piece moving in one direction, this becomes irrelevant. Today, all these were red in S&P. Even after all these companies were big green, it was flat. All right. So keep this very clear. Look at Dow Jones. If these three companies, Apple, Microsoft, or Visa, if they are red, they are equal to 50% of Dow Jones. All right. So we have, yes, Mr. Chaudhary. You can speak.
Hello, bye. I'm very new here and I don't know if you might have answered this question. But I'm a little bit struggling with the execution part. Even if I do my numbers and everything, it could be based on, inexperience or something. But do you have any advice or suggestion like how we can improve our suggestion? Execution.
You can only improve by doing paper trading. Okay. You need to build your confidence in whatever method you are applying using paper trading.
But do you think that the fear and the fear of losing and that money once you get into the real money that will come back again?
See, if you are a sportsman, right, and if you're not doing well, what do? You go back to your coach, you start practicing, practice until you have that confidence back. Once you have confidence back, it will start to show in your real matches. Same thing is here. If you keep on, first of all, you need to figure out what is your mistake. Okay, it may be fear, it may be oversizing, it may be buying because of a friend, it may be buying because you saw some news on it. Okay. Or it may be that you are learning some technical stuff and you are buying based on it. You need to figure out where you are going wrong. Review your trades after the end of the day. That if I entered here only one lot, why did I enter with one lot? Or why did I enter with 10 lots? Why did I exit on this position? Was I'm going to in a meeting? Was this setup perfect? Ask yourself. Okay. Once you start doing that, like once you start answering to yourself, you will automatically find where are the gaps. See, just do this for week, 2 weeks. You will feel the difference.
So kind of review everything at the end of the day, whatever.
End of the day, and do it on the paper. In 2 weeks, you're not going to be a millionaire. Right. So if you miss 2 weeks of trade, it's all right. When you were not in the market was still there, right? So 2 weeks of no trading, it's fine. Go back, open your trades, review them. Like I have made a journal. I can share with all of you again. List down. This is example. Why I'm picking a trade. What is my emotional state? Am I afraid? I have a fear of missing out. I'm already in loss. I'm doing revenge. Write down. Do you see any kind of candle pattern on it? Do you see any kind of news on it? Because sometimes we see a single liner and we jump on that. Check the 1234 EMA state. Check option flow if there is. Ask yourself, am I chasing it? Then think, is that risk worth enough? If you do that, and instead of picking 10 trades, you pick up only one trade, that one trade will give you confidence. It's like if you're playing cricket, you do not have to chase the ball which is going outside. Leave that ball, leave that ball, leave that ball. Let the ball come to you and hit it.
Yeah, this is very detailed. I started putting something, but I'm putting just the ticker and the entry point, exit point, and little bit.
Start
notes.
putting all these questions. Before entering into a trade, ask yourself all these questions.
Okay, that's great actually.
Because when you do that, first of all, you will stop for a minute. right? And when you stop and check yourself, you will definitely make a better decision.
This is very good. I really liked particularly that emotional state and the risk
But
and
sometimes what
everything.
we happen, like this morning, I had what you call Zoom, and I was in profit in Zoom. It was 97. I placed an order. I thought it will go, but did not. Then I have to close it at the cost because I had the meeting, and if I wanted, I could have booked it. So I was reviewing. I should have bid $200 because that's not a small money. $200 you can buy
Yeah,
a grocery for a week, right?
yeah, yeah,
When you
yeah,
start thinking from that side, you will appreciate the value of money.
yeah.
And once you appreciate the value, you will choose your risks much better.
Thank you. And I have one more question because I was listening to you when you were talking about do your own study and everything around that 12 and 34 EMA. So did you just come up with those, numbers?
No,
I
no, no.
mean,
It took me 6 years to come up with those numbers.
yeah, but based on your research, not like by
I did
following
back
somebody,
testing.
right?
I did back testing, testing. I spent like in India, I spent a lot of money to get a technical training. Because I've been trading since 2002 when I
Yeah,
was in
yeah.
school. So
Mhm.
in 2008, 9, I made good amount of money. But
Great.
then I lost huge, almost double of the money which I made in 2013 to 2015 period,
Mhm,
12
mhm.
to 15 period. Then I was trying to figure out that what should I do so that I do not lose more.
Yeah.
So I started looking for uh, people on BSc, NSC, people who used to come on CNBC. I paid them many, many lakhs to train me for 4 hours or 3 hours. They used to
Mhm.
simply give me very basic understanding,
Yeah.
and that was not helpful. So, end of the day, I came to a point that I should start testing on my own.
Mhm,
So when I did, I spent almost like 6 months on 1234 EMA to back test it every single day.
mhm.
And now it works. I have trust. So I do not care whether you are using 50, 200, 800, 5,000. You
Yeah.
should have trust in your system.
So it is based on your experience rather than like, somebody's using it and then we start using it. So, okay, that's what I wanted to
See, you
understand.
have to like one thing may work for me, it may not work for you, right?
Yep, yep, yep. Because
So
some places I see, to be honest with you, that they're okay, it's not following the pattern which we wanted it to follow, but that's because, all the time you will not have that pattern, right? It's not like a crystal ball, you will follow that 12 and 34 line all the time, right? So I
it's again
understand.
like it's totally your choice.
Yeah,
Whatever
okay.
is comfortable for you, whatever you have seen, if it works for you in your time frame, use it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, thank you so much. I
Right?
think this
There's
is a
nobody
great.
who is forcing you. No, use 1234. I use it because it works for me.
Yeah.
Very simply.
No, I have seen it is working. It's not like that. But yeah, I just wanted to understand it is not like why it is not 15 or 25, why it is 12 and 34, right?
There is a logic. Like first of all,
Yeah,
34 is a Fibonacci number,
yeah.
and 12 and 13, like 13 is a Fibonacci number, but I use 12
Hmm.
because 13 is unlucky. So
Yeah. No, thank you so much. I think this explains. And all the information you gave, it's free of cost. I know there's like a lot of gurus are there on the Twitter, like you were saying, but you cannot rely
see,
unless you
you
have your
should
own data.
rely on whatever is in front of you. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
If you see that information is there, if you see the data, because data is the information. If you
yeah,
see the data is there in front of you, use it. Do not rely on anything else.
yeah,
Like it's totally your money. Nobody's giving you anything. So why not trust yourself and fix everything you have?
yeah. And sorry, one last question on the conviction. So your conviction percentage is based on more like what is the sentiment plus the data or just the
No,
data or
it's just the data. I do not play with sentiment.
okay.
It's the conviction based on the chart setup. Because, for example, ES 3960, you see, it's
Yeah.
holding right now.
Yeah.
It's not breaking up. So if it is not breaking out, then my conviction is getting weaker. If it broke out above 3960, it would have given me much better confidence.
To go in, yeah. Okay.
Right?
Makes
Like
sense. Yeah.
simply imagine yourself. If you know a simple equation in mathematics, you can solve anything, right? But
Yeah.
if equation has a different formula or different integration or something which you are not aware of,
Yeah.
you'll get confused and your conviction will go down.
Yeah.
Same thing is there. We have a rule, it should cross 3960. It's not crossing it. If it is not crossing it, I'm going to lose my conviction.
Yeah, I'm taking small trades and I always match with whatever level I come up with. I hardly do one or two. And I see if
That's
I
totally
go
fine.
with
Yeah.
you.
It's not about going with me. It's about when you're picking up a trade, you should know why you are picking a trade.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely come up with my own number and then see if you have the similar. I mean, I never match with you, but if it is similar, and if I took that trade, it always have better results than when I took it alone.
Yep,
So
that should be your goal. That you should know where you are driving yourself.
yeah,
Not ki, you are blindfolded. You took a trade. Now you're just wondering what will happen to the trade.
yeah, yeah,
Don't be a headless chicken. That's it.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Mr. Patel, I really don't know what to do with SPXL. Again, like I have said time and again, I'm not a long-term investor. I do not believe in long-term investment. You don't know what's going to happen next day. We are going into a recession for a generation. We had a bull run for a generation. We might be in a downtrend for a generation. Generation meaning 1-2 years. So adding SPXL now, I don't know. It may do really, really well. It may cut down into half if supply and demand is there. If there is a war with China, see, market needs catalyst to go higher. Right now, I see none. With 1st of June, when Fed will start selling the bonds and the mortgage-backed securities and equities, it will put more pressure on the selling. Market is discounting all of that, but yes, how much more? I don't know. Does anyone else has anything to discuss? I am still open. I'm just pasting the link one more time if somebody's interested. Because people ping me throughout the day how I do this, how I do that. No, I'm answering if anybody is interested. If you do not ask now, then it's your choice. I'm going to wait for a minute. If nobody's popping up, then I'll be going back. But that's not the way I do TLT long. That's what I'm planning, Ajitai. I'm gonna, yes, tomorrow is my Wednesday's meeting day. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Oh, we have one, Rajiv. Yes, Rajiv, you just came in on time.
Yeah, Naval, just wanted to say hi and thank you.
No
That's
problems. So in the afternoon, it worked like 39.20, 39.50.
Right.
I hope people took advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, at least I didn't, but I was watching it.
I did Nasdaq futures, but then I just held myself
Yeah,
from doing anything.
I have been doing MNQ for some time, but just taking a break.
That's fine.
Recently, it's not been going good, so I thought
It's
let's take a
always
step
like
back.
take a break, relax your mind. See, trading is more on psychological side and how to handle pressure. That's it.
That's true. Because whenever I realize that there are two things which happen mostly. Either I stick to a bad trade, or I just don't have conviction in a good trade.
That's psychology, right? It has nothing to do with
Yeah,
trading.
right. So we have
See,
to build
even
that.
in front of us, when like this morning, I started with 2,000 loss. It went up to 11,000. I kept on holding. That's psychology, right? I kept on holding. That now Amazon will bounce. Now Amazon will bounce. It did not. So finally, when it came to 2030, I averaged it. When I averaged it, it bounced. And then I got out with minimal loss. Not minimal, but about 4,000 loss.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, but it worked out, which is good.
It didn't, it was a wrong decision. And that's why I said, don't do what I did. I
Correct,
posted that.
correct. Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, just wanted to say hi.
No problem, sir. Alrighty. Good night, guys. Oh. Yes, Aditya.
Hey, Naval.
Hi.
So you are doing these levels, and I do follow your videos every day. But when the session comes, when the real match comes, basically 9:30 opens, and somebody else, it feels like somebody else is playing against all the time. I mean, how do you escape that chart, or how do you know that this is going to be a chart?
How do I know? I don't know it's going to be a chop. First of all, tend to wait. I've learned after losing a lot, it's better to wait until you jump onto something. Because
But even
as soon as,
after,
oh, let me complete. As soon as 9:30 happens, if you're on the phone, your fingers will simply go to find a trade and click execute. It comes from within. So you need to stop looking at the market for 9:30, 9:45. First thing, you need to build that patience. Once you do that, you will start looking at the price action. And once you look at the price action with your observations over a week, month, you will see that yes, it's going to be choppy. Because if the range between the support and resistance is big, then you can have one clean directional move. But if the support and the range is resistance range is small, it's gonna be choppy in within. Like I'll give you an example for today. Like ES, right? I'll start at 9:30. This was 9:30, right? And let's make them high Kinesia just so that we can see the trends. High Kinesia use 15 minutes. You see, it's how many flat base I had? 1, 2, 3. It came, and then immediately I had reds. This is choppiness. Unless you see a clear flat base, there's no point going long on it.
Mhm.
So that's the very simple strategy I have adopted. That if you see a flat base, go long in it, and that's why you see 39.20. We made 39.54. That's the 330 candle, 345. Then we have a continuation.
Yeah,
In
but
this
do you
case, you
feel,
see there's no flat base here. It's
right?
choppy, so avoid it.
Okay.
You need to just spend some more time and understand this simple. Flat base, you are going long. Flat top, you are going short.
Okay.
This way you will avoid choppiness. Anytime there's a change in the flat top, exit your position.
Okay. And high Kenichi candles help a lot, actually.
Yes. Because sometimes like we are not able to see the trend clearly in the market. We try to fight it. Like market is going up, but we'll keep on making short, short, and short. Because it doesn't come from our thought process. Because we are already in a position which is in short side, and we keep on adding that. High Kenichi will help you on that. And once you do that, you will have clarity that what direction you want to pick in, whether you want to stay or whether you want to get out.
Okay. One more question. I see a third line on your graph. Is it a VWAP or 200-day moving average?
VWAP is something I don't use. This is something which my friend added forcefully on my machine, and I am so lazy to remove it. But I use only 12 and 34.
Okay.
This blue line, let me just check what it is. It's 200.
Okay.
Where is yes?
And how many candles after, let's say, if it is in an uptrend or flat base, would you wait for 2 or 3, or would you?
No, as soon as there's the flat base, I'll go.
Okay.
See, right now it's a flat base, right? Right here,
Yeah.
39.55.
Yeah.
So if I add my position here, I will get 1, 2, 3, 3 candles now, and my stop loss is. I entered here, so my stop loss could be my cost now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. I guess my problem was the regular candles. Sometimes 3, 5 minutes or yeah,
Yes.
15 minutes is better, but still a lot of red lines and stuff on.
See, when you
Uh,
clear up the noise on the candles, you will
yeah.
start to look at the picture. That's why I don't use 5 minute, 3 minute, 10 minute, 1 minute. Because that's too much
Yeah.
information.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that is too much noise for me. Plus, I have a full-time job, so I cannot
Yeah.
focus on all these things. So whenever I get time, 30 minutes, half an hour, 15 minutes, gives me an ample clarity that yes, how market is behaving.
Okay. So one more time. So for example, above the green line, wherever the breakout signal is showing the arrow, up arrow on ES, even before around 15.
Ignore this is nothing. Just ignore this.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
just showing the ES.
it's just
Okay.
ignore it. You just
Mhm.
need to see where we have a flat base or a flat top.
Where
That's
would you put the stop
if
loss?
I have to start here, I will start from here
Yes. Uh-huh. Okay.
and keep on holding until this point.
On trailing it. Okay.
And definitely I'll be up from here by here.
Yep.
And in case of short, I will short right away from here.
Okay. Yeah.
And when you are losing flat tops, in this case, you will most likely have a doji or
Yes.
a doji with somebody and then change of color. So
Okay.
here we have a doji, flat top, go short, tuck, 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 tuck. And these
Mhm.
are averages. So you will know in advance that yes, the next candle will be flat base or flat top.
Mhm.
If you just read the formulas for uh, what you call high Kenichi, you will have a clear cut
Uh-huh.
understanding of it.
Got it. Okay. So I can trust more. Yep.
Yes, because it builds from the previous candles.
Okay.
That's why they are more reliable. All right.
Got it. Yep. It definitely is a lot clearer than me looking at the ES throughout was like it's so choppy, but then at some point it took off. There was some gain in Amazon. I entered and then I exited.
Yeah.
Right after my exit, it went all the way up and then
See, right here in the afternoon, if you look at normal candle, this is, let me just add one more. This is the ES in high Kenichi. This is ES in 15-minute normal candles. Let me put this style as just going to remove the volume. So compare the two candles.
yeah. 15.
See, right here it's red, green, red, green. Here it's red, 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 green, green, green.
Yeah.
Hold in green, exit in red.
Yeah.
So this gives you much more clarity.
Yep. For sure. Thanks, Memo.
No problems.
Yeah, one more thing. Would you watch multiple charts, or
No.
how do you manage it?
I
Multiple
don't even
screens?
do anything. I just take a printout of this, keep it in my office bag, and that's it.
And just one chart, one screen, or just mobile?
No, just this paper.
Okay.
I just take a screenshot of this.
No, but how do you watch the graph or the chart?
I don't watch at live market because I have prepared this a night
Okay.
before, and I know there will be levels nearby. So in that case, I just keep it.
Okay.
That's why the price action is everything.
Yep.
All right. I have one more call. It's already 11:40. Yes, Mr. Jan.
Thank you, sir, for doing this. So, actually, I was doing some research, like you said, Tesla, right? Tesla is way overvalued.
You're hardly audible.
Better?
Yes, much better.
Yeah. So I was comparing multiple chart with Google, FB, Tesla, and Amazon. I put them in one chart in TradingView, and it looks like everything else came down like 20, 30, $40 away from that what were there pre-COVID. But Tesla is literally like $400 up from that level.
No, Nvidia is still there. Apple is still there.
Apple still it managed to come down significantly from the COVID time.
No.
Okay, so maybe Apple. Did I add Apple? Yes, yeah. Apple is 394% up from that level,
See?
and Tesla is like 1,488.
Bhai, if you watch my videos or if you've seen me speaking, I have been very vocal. These are the companies which are extremely overrated. They will go down the drain as soon as this plunge from Fed starts.
Yeah.
And I've been posting on Twitter. People were saying, I'm a crazy on Tesla. Tesla is nothing, just a car company. You need to believe it, accept it.
And another thing I noticed, like he's more than a company. The Musk things are hurting
No,
more.
it is nothing, yeah. Again, Musk was there since 2000.
But right now he got the money, and now he's talking
No.
like.
Wait a second. This is 2011. Musk was here. See, he was with company all this time until COVID.
Yeah.
When the Fed money came in. He is smart. He announced a split and rode it based on that. This time he again announced a split. What happened? Nothing. People
Yeah.
who added into trading world in 2020, they thought that splitting a stock will increase the money, and Tesla did that momentarily, and now it's coming down. If it comes down to maybe 200, I will not be surprised.
Most of the people still believe that Musk is God and then he can take back
And they
Tesla
will
to
regret.
2,500.
They will regret.
Yeah. And another thing happened yesterday was he was sitting with Jack Ma in the same forum. And what happened to Baba, we know, right? When people were buying like 100 put, we were calling them crazy. And now Baba reached 88. And that was like almost a year back.
Yep.
So that's what
JP Morgan analyst has given a target of 89 to Tesla. He's not an idiot. He knows what he's doing. See,
Yeah.
if a company in the span of 1 month give back 50%, right?
Yeah,
And there's more competition coming to it. It's end of the day, it's still a car company. It's not making any satellites. It's not making anything magical. It's just a car company. There's Neo, there's Lucid Motors, there's now GM coming with new cars, and now
Biden is
Ford is coming with new trucks.
Biden is supporting every EV except the Tesla.
Because he is not paying any taxes. Again, it's thing which people don't understand. He's making good amount of money, but he's using that money to buy things, but he's not paying taxes for it. Because he's saying that gain is not cashed out.
So my point was like, is it good idea to see every time Tesla jumps, short it?
I've been saying this 1200. Just sell it. See, I told Moderator 495. I still remember 495. We discussed in my team that yes, just short it every time it rises from 400. We went short on UPST since 350.
Yeah, the UPST, another one. I got burned one time for some reason. I was in the call, so I got burned that day. But yeah, I learned the lesson.
See, I have burned a lot of money, as I said a few minutes back, 2013 to 16. I have stocks which were like 300 rupees in India and they were now delisted. And I have like 10,000, 15,000 stocks. Since then, I'm stopped trading on stocks. End of the day, your goal is to make money. That money, if you can pay your bills, you can save your salary.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's true. And one more thing, I was watching your setup and I then research in Hiknazi, like the last time I told, right? Whenever you want to stay longer in the trade, go for Hiknazi. So that they have rules about 10, 30 and flat top and flat bottom. So that thing, should be confident about it? Are we
I
follow
made it
that
very
rule?
simple. I made it very simple for you. If you go into the rules, it becomes complicated. Very simple rule. Flat top, hold your positions. Change in flat top, exit your positions.
No, but when to enter?
Enter as soon as you see a flat top. The next candle, you will see a flat top. Hold on to your positions. See, before entering on a flat top, you will also see whether the stock is behaving. The trend is broken. The 12 EMA or 34 EMA is how it is right now. Right here, you could even sell this because it's a fail of 34. It did not. And here it's sell, 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 sell. It will give you money. Just need to practice it.
Yeah, I changed my trading chart completely. Instead of going for candle, I changed it to Hikinashi, and I think it's much clearer and less noise. It doesn't go like up and down every time.
Yep. It's based on the averages of the previous candles.
Yes, that's That's nice. Yeah, thank you, sir. That's what I wanted to ask.
All right, guys. It's too late for me. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night. Bye bye.